Let me do Corey. All right, Corey, you may begin, sir.
All right, this is the graduate school decision by me, Corey Lawson. The cost was like the first thing that I was really worried about because I never really had like an actual job, and I was like, well, if I don't really have like the funds for it, and I don't apply for some types of scholarships, it's a big deal for me. I put Northeast is 9. It says after financial aid. I mean, it's 5,009, but if you get the 2 years of Tennessee Promise, I mean, that's an automatic. I mean, you should take advantage of that if you can. I used MTSU as my second decision because they just really appealed to me for some reason. I gave them a $12,000 after financial aid. They do have a reliable credit exchange program, but also they also have their their president of their campus had given out scholarships for like their ACT scores and their GPAs coming out of high school. Or if you're transferring colleges, you can have a different. You can have like if you have like a 3.9 GPA, then he'll give like there's a presidential scholarship will give you like $4,000 in scholarship money to use. So I thought that was pretty cool. An aviation program. I actually really like aviation. I would like to pursue like a career in aviation. Northeast State just started their program 2 years ago. I gave it a 4. I wouldn't say it's a very credible one, but I mean they are working along with Tri-Cities Airport. I gave MTSU an 8. Well known for aviation program. 1 in 5 schools partnered in the nation with Delta Airlines for training. I was also looking at their aircraft maintenance. MTSU also has a couple different programs. Northeast is better known for their aviation maintenance program than MTSU is. Northeast are the sports clubs and extra activities. Northeast has some clubs. I didn't get an exact number. They have intramural sports and performing and visual arts. So they didn't really have a lot of like actual like sports because it's a community college, I guess. MTSU I gave them a 9. They had 20 clubs, 8 men's and 9 women's NCAA teams, 18 sports clubs, 20 clubs alone. I mean, that's still a lot. I think that was also including like sorority and frats. So I think that was also like an intertwined number. I thought that was pretty important for me for some reason. Cost of living. So Northeast, I mean, I'd be assuming I'd be living with my parents, so that'd be pretty easy. Give it a 10. Living with parents can't be. Oh man, I forgot. Okay, there's an error. That's all right. MTSU, I gave it a 6. 5,304 for housing, plus 3,850 for a dining plan for all 4 years. So that accumulates after a while. So plus the cost of living, tuition, and also books and whatever else you need. Acceptance rate, I gave Northeast 9, just rounded the number for 94% in 2018 was their acceptance rate. MTSU, 68.6%, gave them a 7. Graduation rate, Northeast, 7. That's also, I believe, Northeast transfer after your 2 years, which I believe it is only a 2-year institute as well. But they have a 7. I gave them a 7 for a 68% graduation rate. MTSU, I gave a 5 for 46.2%. But that's also because some people will go and get like an associate's and then they'll transfer schools. So that was also a plan that I saw a lot in MTSU. Campus living conditions. Northeast, I gave them a 10 because I'll be living with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be like I said again, pretty easy. Just live with my parents for another 2-3 years. MTSU, I gave it 6 dorms, no single dorms. I was actually, whenever I went for their campus tour, they were like, yeah, you really want to get the handicapped dorms because they're a lot bigger than regular sized dorms. I thought that was quite funny. All aviation students do get assigned to the top of the floors on like their dorms, they get the top floors, which I didn't really understand, but they just put all the aviation students up there. The parking situation is awful because they said it's mainly a commute college, like a commuting college, so like everyone drives either local or they live local, so everyone's driving there, similar to ETSU. Scholarship approval. For Northeast, I gave it an 8 because of the Tennessee Promise. MTSU, I gave it a 6. They have competitive scholarships, and they also have the President's Scholarship. But they have some. They still have like. Their credit exchange is also important to me, so that's also kind of intertwined that. Distance. So for Northeast, I gave an 8 because of Bluntville. It's pretty close. For MTSU, I give 5. It's 5.5 hours away, 250 miles. Just took away a few points because it's about 100 miles for each point, and then also I considered the time. So I was like, well, I mean, that's still quite a distance from home, but not impossible. So in conclusion, Northeast had 71 points times 2, 142. MTSU, 58 times 2, 116. So that's the conclusion of Northeast is probably better for my needs.